everyone to Meatless Monday, my favorite day of the week, and amazing transformation. And this is like such a dear interview to both mine and Dawn's heart because this is actually someone that is a fan that found Dawn, or she found her channel through TikTok, I believe, and she was introduced to Dawn's J&J Video Reacts, who does the reality show reviews. In the process of this, Dawn so kindly promoted my Meatless Monday when we were, on her stream, and Ro, who is our guest this evening, actually came on and really embraced it and was listening to the different live streams we did, and we were having conversations about what we ate and how we've had these positive health changes. And I am, really, really blessed that she's going to come on and tell her story because she has done some amazing things. We may have started to bring this knowledge to her. However, she has taken it and ran with it. She's even helping people with plant-based shopping tips. She's changed her entire life. She's even helping her family. She's lost over 40 pounds, reversed Crohn's, just a ton of things that she's going to discuss with us. So, Dawn, are you here? Because I saw you, but then you disappeared. I wanted to welcome you. There's my co-host. All right. I want to welcome the guest while she's getting situated there and bringing in our guest. I want to thank for being here. Oh my goodness, so many people. Wow, thank you all. Did I see, I believe I saw some people in the comments. We've got Angela and Buddha 1000. Thank you for being here and always getting everyone pumped up in the comments. Our workout coach Angela Fraschetti, and I think I saw more people. I appreciate Vegan Bohemian for always coming on and commenting when she can't make it. Mariquita, who's a listener to the replays when she has clients, and Dawn James, my beautiful co-host. Welcome.
Well, hey, I am glad to be here. I think we've got Ro in the backstage now.
Thank you. I was just telling everyone while you were coming in how we feel so blessed when we read her message the other day that she's happy with her decisions.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Wait a minute. Did I knock her back out?
Nope, she's here. I see her.
Here we go.
I'm here.
Yay, welcome.
Hey, what's up?
How's things going?
Everything's going. Crazy day at work. Crazy day.
Well, we're always running a few minutes late anyway, so I was like, even if you weren't tied up, I'm sure sometimes we have a technical issue. Sometimes it's me running around from work too. So I'm so glad that you're
Well,
here.
anybody who works in an office, I was trying to file an 800-page PDF, and 2 of the pages were not 8.5 by 11. And I had to figure out which 2 pages and try and correct it and refile it.
A mess.
This sounds like
hot
stressful.
mess.
Hopefully we can help you relax here and talk about something fun, right?
Absolutely.
So can you just start off by just telling us a little bit about how you came into this? I was kind of mentioning it, but I don't know if you had explored plant-based before this, or kind of how this came about, how you got started.
Well, I was born lactose intolerant. I was diagnosed at a week old. So I was on soy formula at a week old in 1982. And then I developed a sulfa drug allergy, which turned into a sulfur allergy, which turned into no egg yolks. So I would eat egg whites or egg beaters, but I couldn't eat mayonnaise. And then it was talking with you ladies on our Takeover Tuesday, and JJ sending me the YouTube that she had made of all of the different vegan brands that make mayonnaise and sour cream and cottage cheese and onion dip. And, you know, I found plant-based heavy cream to make, and it's not Violife. What is one of those other brands? But they have like the actual like Parmesan. I've learned how to make Alfredo sauce.
That is excellent. So you are doing
awesome.
some good cooking. We're gonna be jealous. We're gonna be wanting to.
And we know you love to cook, so.
Well,
Sure
I was raised, Italian. My mom's two best friends. One was Italian, one was Jewish. They always push food. So that's all I know how to. That's how I show love, is with food. But we want to do healthy food.
Grapes.
So JJ got me started, and I started noticing all of the stores that were carrying different things. Like the biggest shocker, I just learned this week. Daring brand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
For the chicken, because I like their grilled chicken. I was getting it at Whole Foods.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not going to make it to Whole Foods and in the next couple of days, and I want to make my margarita chicken for the family, and I use their grilled chicken for mine. Do you know Walmart carries it?
I remember finding that at one time because a lot of the places have
Is
like.
that what we
grilled...
were eating Thanksgiving?
Yes. Yep. We had that on Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Publix doesn't have it, which is our expensive grocery store, but Walmart has it, and it's like half the price that it is at Whole Foods.
Oh, that is excellent. And I remember saying this to Dawn after we spoke to you one of the first times you came over on Meatless Monday, and I said the fact that she can cook, her family is going to take to this because she's going to combine those plant-based ingredients and start, even when she starts out maybe with some of the processed products. I bet she's got that creativity, because I heard you talking about other recipes that you're going to be mixing stuff up yourself. I wouldn't be surprised if she came out.
Remember the bolognese with the Beyond Meat?
I still make it all the time. Caitlin's begging for it. She hasn't had it in a few weeks. She's begging for it.
So you got to the point where you discovered these products. When did you decide to kind of go all in with it?
Second week of August of 2022.
Excellent. So it's been a year.
Almost a year.
Yeah.
We had a couple of hiccups. We had that giant hurricane where we had to eat what was in the freezer.
I saw the video where you had posted about that, and I had commented on it, and I saw that was 9 months ago. I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah.
Time is flying.
So along the journey, I am plant-based, but sometimes, girlfriends want to go out and get something to eat or whatever, and they may not necessarily have plant-based. So like if I go out in public, sometimes I'll do vegetarian. But at home, I'm plant-based.
That's excellent.
And when I go downtown Sarasota, they have the vegan restaurants where I get my caprese sandwich all the time.
Oh,
but
that's pretty good. I've had one or two.
Caitlin and Joe, I'm not forcing them to go plant-based. Caitlin's having fun trying recipes and things with me. Mm-hmm. But she's like, just please don't take all of my meat away from me. She loves, kielbasa on the grill and a good steak. And, but they're doing about 50-50 now, which the NIH says, is, and I, have a lot of steroid weight from my, having a bad back. That's why I do what I do for a living. I didn't want anyone else to go through what I went through. I've done personal injury law for 20 years. So all of the injections in my spine and everything, steroid weight turned me into She-Hulk. And steroid weight is the hardest weight to come off. Because I remember before I met you guys, sitting in the doctor's office, hitting the scale over that 300 mark, where I had always been in the 240s, 250s, and he's like, we got to get your weight down, and just in tears. I'm like, well, I can't work out because of my back. I can't do any of the diet pills because I have a history of colon cancer and the Crohn's disease, and I can't eat green and leafy because of the Crohn's. What am I supposed to do? I said, my husband's suggestion is liposuction, and the doctor's like, well, that might be the only option.
And then have you lost now? Just remember, was it over 40 pounds, right?
I'm sitting at 43.5 pounds.
That is excellent.
Nice. Congrats.
There is another way.
I'm so proud of you.
That's excellent. And
that is amazing.
That you jumped in and started doing the research on it. And I remember talking to you. I think we were saying, I was like, if sometimes I've read about people who don't think they can have certain vegetables. And I remember you coming on like a couple of weeks after, I think, and even saying you started eating, you were able to eat something you had never eaten before that you thought was, based on the issues.
Salad, spinach, broccoli. So now a couple of times in this year journey, just to see, because I was starting to wonder, is it really Crohn's disease, or am I possibly lacking the protein, the enzyme to digest protein? Because, during the hurricane, I had to eat the tuna fish because we had nothing to eat. And I had like a full Crohn's flare up. And then I had ordered groceries, and Caitlin had gotten like popcorn chicken from our Publix, which their like chicken tenders are amazing. I had a couple of pieces. I was sick for 24 hours. Just recently, I went to Chili's with my girlfriend and got the baked potato soup and forgot to tell them to leave the bacon off. I was miserable. So
sorry about that.
So for me, I don't miss the meat. Like, I really don't buy a lot of the processed, fake meats. Except, like I said, every once in a while, I want the little grilled chicken from Daring, just to be able to make like chicken marsala or margarita chicken. But because I know how my body's going to react to the meat, I don't want to touch it.
Right. You start to feel good, and it keeps you motivated.
And I'm down, trying to fix myself.
A lot of it. So we don't eat the Beyond as much and all of that. We kind of come off of that because it's processed still. Even though it's plant-based, it's still processed.
Yes.
But, you know what I mean? So we eat it every now and then. Jen doesn't eat it at all. I will, on occasion, eat it, but not much.
Just update for anyone who wondered, Applebee's now has an Impossible Burger.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
I love that it's getting more common.
And they have a $2.99 daily margarita. So
So you might be visiting there a couple times, huh?
That's all you need. That's a good combo.
Joe goes and gets the grilled chicken salad with their homemade, ranch, and I have my Impossible Burger and my margarita.
Well, it's great when you can find options to enjoy, yourself when you want to have an evening like that, and not have to, worry that you're going to end up sick because it's something that has the meat or dairy in it. And when did you and were you seeing your doctor throughout this when you went plant-based, and when did you start to notice that you could start lowering your medications and things?
Probably a few weeks in, I stopped taking the Prilosec because I no longer had heartburn.
Nice.
Yeah, to the point where Joe was taking mine, and I was out of pills and I hadn't touched it. So I've probably been off my my stomach medications for about 5 or 6 months now, because I just had a checkup. I'm off the cholesterol medication as of my last checkup. I'm off the vitamin D supplement. I'm off the iron supplement. which the iron supplement
And
was
some of you,
a vegan brand because we're allergic to iron sulfate.
now
So
some
the
of
only
you
one
that
I
are in the chat, like Buddha, some of you guys know where Ro was. You saw this journey. You heard the stuff she was on. She was like, "Nah, I've got Crohn's and all that." Listen to what this girl has done. She's off of all this medication.
okay, let's
Remember all the stuff she told us?
okay, so I had gastritis, esophagitis, a hiatal hernia, Crohn's, celiac, history of colon cancer, anemia, and vitamin D deficiency.
Wow. And from what you mentioned,
Were you sick?
right?
I'm sorry?
I said, were you sick?
This
Yeah.
and you had
That was a
everything just completely reversed, and
Yeah.
you won't have any of this any longer with this.
Okay. So do you guys remember when I
That
went
is
on the cruise in
amazing.
November?
Yes.
Okay. I came back from that cruise because strawberries are everywhere and we know my allergy to strawberries. I came home with a sinus infection, an ear infection, tonsillitis, and strep throat.
I
Okay.
remember you mentioning that.
Yeah.
And Joe yelling at me that I need to go sit down because I had so much energy. Usually when you're sick, you just want to lay around and like try and feel better. I had so much energy. I'm doing laundry. I'm cleaning the house. He's like, you need to sit down or you're not going to get better.
And you were like, because once this stuff gets in
got
your
the
cells,
energy.
it's like the energy is there. Like we talk about, like whenever something starts to try to kick in, like Dawn will say it all the time. I think something might be trying to get us, but we don't ever. It never manifests because we still keep our energy and keep eating what we're eating. It's unbelievable.
The other one that I don't talk about is we know that my mom has passed away and super, super close. So I have been on an antidepressant. I've also come off of that.
Oh, that's so happy for you.
Good job.
Because a lot of them have
that gets
side
the bell.
effects that are probably causing other issues. That's what I always like.
Oh my God. I could, before all of this, I could sleep for 24 hours and it still wouldn't be enough. So now, I sleep my usual about 8 hours because I'm one of those people. But like lately, I've been getting up at like 5, 6 in the morning and I'm up until, whenever and just doing my day. Unfortunately, I was in a car accident a couple of weeks ago. So I've got some, pain and stuff from that. New injuries that have, now I have neck problems. So I'm on medications for that because I'm getting these like just horrible headaches from the whiplash. It was side to side instead of front to back because I got sideswiped. So like I've had brain fog and, but I'm hoping, I'm doing traction. So that's starting to help. So I'm weaning off of the head medication because I noticed because it has caffeine in it that as soon as it starts to wear off, like I could fall asleep driving.
Oh no.
So like it's messing with my energy because I was telling JJ before my car accident and everything, I would stop and get a coffee just for the taste. Like people stop and get an ice cream.
Right.
Like I'm completely off coffee, like just living on natural energy. And, I've got the whole family eating. We get this one, and don't yell at me, but we get bag salad. It looks like it's the combination from like Olive Garden, except it's fully romaine. There's no iceberg in it, but it's got the carrots and the cabbage.
We used to get that.
We get that from Walmart of all places, and we eat, a lot of salad around here. I have a store called Fresh Market, and Fresh Market takes like their fresh vegetables and they'll make steaming bags. So like the sweet potatoes will have cinnamon sugar butter in them. The Brussels sprouts will have garlic parmesan butter in it. So like as they're cooking, the butter is melting into them. So I get a lot of those. I've just, I don't miss the meat. I don't miss how I felt all the time. Like I always thought I'd order, shrimp and broccoli from the Chinese restaurant and swore it was the broccoli.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, we blame the wrong things. Like if you watch my type 2 diabetes,
the broccoli was probably helping.
So speaking of the type 2 diabetes, the whole Caitlin and Joe, forcing them to go partially plant-based is trying to get Joe's A1C within normal range. I've been sneaking it in there. Now he knows it's in there. I even have been getting him plant-based protein shakes that I found at Whole Foods that I get on Amazon. And he drinks those in the morning.
That's excellent.
But, we're really, like I said, Caitlin got me the unofficial Harry Potter vegan cookbook. And we've been having, we're getting ready for the fall because one of the recipes is like you take a small pumpkin and you make, basically like pumpkin pie, and then you put it back in the pumpkin and serve it. So like I want to do that for Thanksgiving.
Wow.
Oh, that's gonna be neat. You have to post
that'd be
pictures
cool.
of that.
Yeah.
I just, got really recently on TikTok, and we're gonna link your pages here because she has a page on there called is it Rose Thoughts or Rose Advice? I always get mixed up.
On TikTok, it's Roro's Advice.
Roro's Advice.
Roro's
Right.
Advice,
And I love that some of your videos are so funny. I forgot. It's just you're very like you give good advice, and some of them are truly really funny. Especially when you and Joe are both on there. I saw the one the other day where you said, he said, "Do you want to go out for New Year's?" And I guess it was an old one. And
and I'm like, no, I've reached my people quota for the day.
Yeah.
And then there's the moonshine pickles, the vodka infused gummy bears that we made. My giant rolls of toilet paper that people laugh at me about. But let me tell you, during the pandemic, I didn't have to worry about toilet paper.
That's right.
Right.
The hurricane worked out for you too. If you still had those big rolls.
Oh God, yeah. But I have some people in my local community, in my acquaintance circle that, they have family members that are pushing them to go plant-based. I was actually talking to one the other day, but she, unfortunately her husband just left her and her 3 kids. So she's like on a really restricted budget waiting for the food stamps to come in. But her younger brother, who's plant-based, is like pushing her. The older brother's like, you need to lose weight, because she's about the size I was when I started this. And I'm like, girl, let me tell you, half the stuff Walmart's got it. And if you watch the Publix goes BOGO. So the Hellmann's mayonnaise, the Hellmann's vegan is part of the BOGO deal. So you get it with that. The Hidden Valley vegan is part of the BOGO deal. So you pick it up then. That stuff that can sit in the in the pantry forever, and as you need it. Some of my videos on my TikTok, I've run through Target and they had Beyond on sale. I've run through Publix and they had all of the Beyond, the sausage, everything was BOGO. So it's like I try to let my local people know when stuff's on sale, so that they can stretch their money.
Exactly.
I said, the other
That's
thing
awesome.
I noticed, I was laughing hysterically. I'm in, I want to say Whole Foods with Caitlin, and we were picking up some Just Egg, and the Just Egg was cheaper than a dozen eggs.
Oh, that's
because the Just Egg was on sale, plus that the Amazon Prime member discount, and it was cheaper than a dozen regular eggs. The almond milk is cheaper than a gallon of cow's milk. I'm like, come on, people, they're trying to tell you something here.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well,
Yeah.
maybe we're pushing the market, by people trying to be a little more conscious of their choices. And even just because it's there, people will naturally try it, like for many different reasons. I mean, like maybe my reasons are more, based on health or ethics, or lots of vegans are doing it for animal activism. Some people are doing it for health. However, just the fact that they might have high cholesterol and see that this doesn't have real egg, if we can help even lower someone's, cholesterol and things with these products, I'm glad that you're sharing them, because you have a lot of people that follow you, and it's good even for your local, but even non-local will see it and think, oh, I didn't even know this product was out there. So the more we can get the word out, in so many ways. What it combats to, me and Dawn had a live stream on this, that people say, oh, I could never be plant-based, it's too expensive. And we were like, yeah, well, especially Whole Foods, rice, beans, vegetables tend to be pretty cheap most of the time if you look for the right deals. You can get.
Yep.
Dawn, do you have any questions for her as well?
Well, there's certain things that you can only get at like Whole Foods, like the plant-based heavy cream, because the one that they have at Walmart and the one that they have at Publix has oat milk in it. Remember, I can't do oats. Still can't do oats. That's the one thing still not working. But they have one at Whole Foods that's just almond and cashew. So I'm stuck going to Whole Foods for that one. But it's still, a pint of heavy cream for like $3.89. You don't use that much, if you're making, Alfredo or whatever.
Have you tried the Beyond sausage yet with the just egg?
No, because I don't eat sausage.
It tastes just like sausage, but that wouldn't matter if you don't eat it. But if Joe and Caitlin eat it, it tastes just like regular sausage. But it's Beyond. And that with the just egg, oh my God.
Yeah, Caitlin saw the sausage links and she was all about, she wants to try them.
They have the patties too.
Yeah.
The patties are really good.
They have the bigger, what is it that you that's also Beyond, I think, the like kielbasa and, what is it?
I love the sausage.
They have those too, not just the breakfast traditional kind. If you ever, want to have them try those. And
have you ever grilled any of those?
No, but I've seen them. They have like the bratwurst, the kielbasa.
Grill them. Oh my God. Throw them on the grill. You will be amazed.
No, I'm obsessed with marinating giant portobello mushroom caps and throwing those on the grill.
Yes, that is another favorite. I love that.
I think that's excellent.
We were doing that last year, remember, Jen?
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Buddha.
Rose said, "I'm so proud of you. You rock, Rose Thoughts. I love it. I'm proud of you too. I know me and Dawn were discussing how proud we are, and like
it's amazing. I always wanted that for her.
Yes. What other things do you use as far as when you aren't using products? Have you come up with any of your own recipes with with beans? I think you were telling us one that you made, I believe, at some point, and you were using mushrooms.
It was mushroom loaf. Instead of meatloaf, it was made out of mushrooms.
That's what it was. And it probably tastes, I remember you saying the family really loved it, didn't they?
Yeah. I'm not a bean person. I don't like the texture. I hate lima beans. I hate all beans. Somebody made chili and put beans in it. I'm like, I'm just, no. So
I can't get away.
I hate hummus. I don't like the texture of hummus. I just, no. But I actually sit down. I think it's BioLife makes Colby Jack cheese.
Mm-hmm.
I forget which brand because they're all together. But only one of them makes Colby Jack, which is my like favorite snack cheese. And I sit down with some, Colby Jack and some pineapple. And that's like my favorite go-to snack. Because I know you guys are all about the fruits. And we live on watermelon in this house.
I just ate orange and grape. So do we. Oh my God. Every other day we're like eating bowls of watermelon for dinner. I just ate a big ass orange and some grapes. I mean, we're just all about the fruit.
And then even the dog gets in on it. We call it pink fruit. And if she sees the container come out of the refrigerator, she's like, "Where's mine?" And then I love, especially being in Florida with this freaking heat wave, because Dawn, I see you fanning yourself. Frozen grapes.
I'm trying to play it off. No. I didn't want to turn on the AC, but yeah, I'm trying to play it off. It's hot in here.
I'm telling you something, since I've been completely raw, I have not even had to put the AC in the window. I think it's lowered my body temperature this year, because last year we had it already in my office.
And I'm hot-blooded anyway, so I think I'm part wolf or something.
Dawn, you have to try that. She was telling about frozen grapes. Have you ever done that?
I haven't done that yet. I'll try it.
My grandmother used to do it for me. I prefer red or black grapes, but she would do a combination like in a Ziploc of green, red, and black seedless grapes. And she would just, take them, clean them, put them in the Ziploc, put them in the freezer. And I would come up during the summer and, you just suck on the frozen, like, it's like sucking on ice at first, but then you get this nice cold grape, and it takes longer to eat them, so you get fuller faster, and they're like a great popsicle.
Oh, that is
cool.
Yeah.
And then I have to try that.
Definitely.
This summer, Caitlin and I are really excited. We are going to try grilling watermelon and pineapple.
I have heard of this grilled watermelon on, I think, Facebook or TikTok. I saw someone do it. I can't wait. Definitely let us know how that works out. Someone was saying it was kind of a...
Wow. Is that even possible? It's so watery. Like, how would that even work?
You have to put it down on a silicone mat.
Okay.
So we have these silicone mats because I used to eat turkey burgers and they get stuck to the freaking grill. So I had gotten Joe these grill mats from Pampered Chef. So instead, like, he'll put my Beyond Burger on that, if I'm in the mood for a burger, but you put the watermelon on the grill mat. Now the pineapple, you can put straight, you want to get the grill marks on the pineapple rings, but the watermelon, you put it on the silicone mat so it doesn't like drip too much.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I can't wait to hear about that. You got to let us know how that is.
Yeah, and I'll be doing a TikTok shortly. I've been off of TikTok for a little while. We had some drama around here that we were working through so that you can see the transformation, because if you look at my old TikToks compared to what my face looks like now, it has thinned out a lot.
Oh, that's great.
Really?
Yes, I have cheekbones. Who knew?
I love your sense of humor.
Wow.
That's one of the beauties of your channel. I can't wait to see everything. We're gonna link Rose Thoughts in here, and you have Facebook, or no, I'm sorry, Instagram, right? Or is it just TikTok and YouTube right now?
No, I have Instagram as well. My Instagram is Ronnie Conover. Because it's, just, I don't know. I never really understood Instagram. I'm so old. Because I'm like, okay, so you post it to Instagram, but then Instagram posts it to Facebook. So why don't I just cut out the middleman and post to Facebook?
Right.
I don't
Because
do a lot of
Facebook owns
Instagram. I'm working
Instagram,
on
so
it.
they link it all up. It's like when you post on Instagram, it automatically, it's like if you click the button where you want them to do it on Facebook simultaneously, they'll do it for you. But
And
yeah,
Okay.
that is
Instagram
awesome.
Now,
on here. I don't get down with it as much either. I was on TikTok a while and I was growing, and then I ended up back to Facebook, my old, comfort zone where I've been since 2010. So Dawn's gonna have to give us some Dawn's tips on Instagram. Buddha said you better hide if there's a full moon so you don't wolf out, JJ.
And I'm a Cancer, so I am a moon child. Yes, I will get freaky on full moons.
Also grilling tips.
I have a moon tattooed on my back.
Oh, that's right.
It says Moon Child right under it.
And the marinade that I make for my mushrooms, Joe has become obsessed with. He'll take the leftover marinade and pour it on his burgers. It is garlic infused olive oil. I know you guys aren't with the oils, but again, raised with an Italian, olive oil goes on everything. And then it's a grilled onion infused balsamic vinegar. So you make the vinaigrette between the garlic and the onion.
That sounds really good. I'm like thinking,
it's
you need
chef's
a plant-based
kiss.
restaurant. You are at least a.
I mean, I want to go to Florida just to taste some of Rose's food.
Right? I have to leave the
I'm like,
behind if I was living
man.
next to you.
You always make me hungry every time.
And one of these days,
And I'm not supposed to be eating cooked food.
one of these days, I will show you my refrigerator. We have a commercial refrigerator.
That's great. Well, you got
I believe it.
Stock up, right? Did you hear that, Dawn? That means we can come live there, and she's got plenty of room for our food too.
And she's got vegan stuff now. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, the vegan stuff is in the big fridge. The meat stuff is in Joe's fridge.
Separated, right?
Yeah. It looks like we're keeping kosher. It's like the meat and the dairy can't touch, but there's no meat and dairy.
Guido said Rose Diner or Rose Dinners. She's crashing Rose Dinners. At first I said Rose Diner. I thought it said, and I'm like, that's good too. We got a name for the restaurant already.
Now I have to go watch that movie. You're killing me.
I know, right? What?
Yeah, but that's the
Henning's May.
That's the opening song to Untamed Heart when she's changing her clothes.
Really?
Yeah. When Marissa Tomei's getting changed, that's the song that's playing.
That shows me how old that song is. I remember when it came out.
Like, oh yeah, that song's way back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But there's a group that remade it recently, and there's that British singer Henning's May, or I think he's German, that's got that really deep, raspy voice, and they did it. And he comes in blasting with his deep, raspy voice. Jesus, he kills that song. It's so awesome.
That is cool.
But you should look that up on YouTube. It's look up Henning's May, HENNINGSMAY, Tom's Diner, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Well, did you see? I'm trying to remember which band it was. It's not Sum 41 or one of those like late 90s, early 2000s, like Fall Out Boy. Just remade We Didn't Start the Fire.
No way.
And picked up from where Billy Joel left off to present day.
Oh, wow.
It's all over TikTok. You gotta, it's, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out. I'll listen to Billy Joel again first, just to reacquaint myself.
Yeah.
And then I'll go listen to that.
And then
cool.
The band that did 1985 made a new version called 2005.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You are a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah. But Buddha, you're welcome to come crash my dinner anytime. And yeah, I'm about to start jarring my sauce and shipping it.
Yeah, man. Let's go down and get some food, Buddha.
You
Let's
really should
go.
bottle that stuff up because hey, the more
That week I'm
people-
eating cooked food that the week that we go.
There you go.
There's so many people in my trading group that live in Florida. It's like, listen, we got to get down there, man. I'm telling you. I don't think we'll have a problem finding a place to live between Ro and this couple of guys that own these Airbnbs and stuff like that. We'll find somewhere.
Don't worry, we're not going to live with you. She means that you can help us find some resources, I'm pretty sure. But I don't know.
Absolutely.
I don't know. We might end up, whoops, I don't think we have a place to stay tonight. Having dinner yet? Just kidding.
You're always welcome for dinner. Our door is always welcome. You should. Thanksgiving, I cook like 30 people are coming, and it's usually 4 of us. It's me, Joe, Caitlin, and Caitlin's coworker who doesn't have any family, Miss Debbie. And I put out a spread so then the next day we have Friendsgiving where our next door neighbors come over and we eat the leftovers because there's no way we're going to eat them all during the week before they go bad. Because I don't know how to cook for 3. I cook for 20.
That's the Italian thing, right? Or no.
That's awesome.
It's both. It's the Italian and the Jewish.
Both.
We don't know how to.
Jewish, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
when you make soup, you make.
Talking about being an Ashkenazi Jew, and I thought about you, and I'm like, I know what that is. Ro told us what Ashkenazi was.
We always get like extra facts when we get on with you. Even when we were doing, when you were coming on Meatless Monday to come in and talk, we always got like on a tangent with extra stuff, right?
Well, Ray Romano has a bit that he used to do because he grew up Italian and he had Jewish friends. That there's no difference between Italian and Jewish moms and grandmas. There's no difference. And it's true.
If you look at them in movies, they seem a lot alike. You know, they do seem to like overlap, like a lot alike.
They're pushy. They lay the guilt on you. You're not leaving without leftovers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry for the noise.
Well, Italians can be Jewish, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you can have Italian Jewish people.
Yeah.
So then you're really getting the best of both worlds.
But what's funny is if you look at me, like my picture and everything, I'm Irish and Ashkenazi Jew, and everyone swears when they, that I'm Italian. And then you put me next to my girlfriend, who's my hairstylist, and she and I look like sisters, more than she and her sister look like sisters.
Wow.
Like at her wedding, everyone thought I was the sister.
She looks Jewish. I've always told Jen she has a Jewish look about her. You know, she just, she just looks Jewish to me.
I used to take the holidays.
Well, you got to do the 23andMe. You probably have some in you.
That's true. I haven't done that yet with this. That's like the genealogy thing.
Where it gives you your breakdown of where you're from. I said, we don't need to do it. We know where we're from.
Right. You already got all the
it's going to come up half British Isles, half Ashkenazi Jew, and there's just no point.
Wow.
So speaking of that, like, thinking of culture and family, like, I guess and then I also wanted to ask you about what the doctor said, but first, how did you navigate, like, being plant-based? Like, if you're at the hairdresser, do you bring it up to people, or like when you go to holiday, or do you have people over, like you said, and cook for them, or do you just have both meals? Like, how do you navigate that being plant-based since this is so new? I know it's tough during that first year.
Everyone goes, oh my God, you look amazing. And I go, yeah, it's because I don't eat meat. And then, but like cooking for the holidays, I still cook all the meats, and then I make plant-based options for everyone to try. And, just like, one of the sneaky things, because like I went to my in-laws for Christmas. I don't know if I even told you guys this story.
I don't think so.
going to my in-laws anyway is like going to fat camp because I'm lucky if I get fed. But they made turkey and they made stuffing, but my father-in-law makes an oyster and sausage stuffing. So, and I don't eat stuffing. And my mother-in-law puts mayonnaise in her mashed potatoes, which is the most disgusting thing in the world to me.
Oh my.
So I packed my little bag and I had steam and bag carrots. I brought my own mashed potatoes. And then this is the craziest one. You know, this is one of those hacks out there that people don't know about. Okay. Campbell's gravy.
Okay.
Campbell's mushroom gravy is the only pre-made gravy that is not made with meat broth. It is porcini, cremini, and portobello mushrooms, and you get about a half cup of mushrooms in that can of gravy. So it's not like the little cubes. And there's no meat broth in it at all. It is so like if
wow.
Because I usually make my own gravy from scratch, but like going to the in-laws, the only place that sells it, Walmart.
No, I did not know that. I don't believe I knew that. The only thing I knew, like, would surprise me, like, when we looked, someone shared, the little ranch seasoning that goes on, like you can put, like someone was sharing a ranch recipe, which I really appreciated because she was talking about how cucumbers can kind of taste like chips. And I looked, it wasn't, someone who was already plant-based or vegan. However, that looked healthy. And then when you look it up, ranch, even the powdered ranch has meat or animal products in it. Things that I would never imagine. What was that? Chicken or biscuit crackers, Dawn, that you were going to get that day? Like some forms of barbecue chips. I forget what to eat them with because we had just found the cheese and it was like, oh, that would be, well, I did anyway when I was like, look, I was a cheesy person, like not just my jokes, but when I discovered I went away from raw and started trying all the plant-based products, I was like, oh, I got to do all these cheeses and crackers and it's like, everybody, I love that we're on our own journey and the fact that you are helping people that want to do like that may be cooks and things and need to know this information too, because the mushroom thing, that could be the difference between someone saying, I'm just going to go ahead and eat regular gravy because they don't have it.
Well, and I found all of the mushroom gravies at Whole Foods are so runny. I like a thick gravy. So, like I said, the Campbell's, it's in a can. You get, it's pre-made. But in a pinch, when you're just trying to make something quick, it's only like $1.49 a can. And just to keep in your, in your pantry in case you screw up the gravy. Everybody at the holidays, that eats meat keeps a jar of turkey gravy in case they screw up the gravy. So it's the same kind of concept. Yes, and you put that on top of the mushroom meatloaf.
And I bet that's good. I bet that's good.
Can you tell us how the mushroom meatloaf works? Like, how do you make it, or would you have to kill us if you tell us the secret recipe?
No, I actually got it from Whole Foods, because they had it as one of their options for Thanksgiving. And I asked them, like, how do you make a meatloaf out of mushrooms? And it's you put the mushrooms, you cook them and saute them, and then you put them in a food processor, and you get them down to the ground beef consistency. And then you can add breadcrumbs if you're that kind of person. I am not. I use just egg, and I form it in, I have the meatloaf, Pyrex, that it's the perfect, size for a meatloaf, and put it in the oven and just let it go. Well, I tent it so it doesn't dry out. Yep.
Hold it together.
Yep.
What is the
wow.
what is like a typical day, like just for people who might just be starting out that are like, yeah, acknowledge JJ and Dawn, you guys are crazy. I'm not going all raw. I want to do plant based or whole food plant based. Like, what do you typically eat from like different from what you used to eat as a now that you're plant based? Like, what would you eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Just an example.
Okay, well, I'm one of those horrible people that doesn't eat breakfast.
Do I?
But if I'm gonna eat breakfast, I might make a bagel or cinnamon toast with my vegan, I can't believe it's not butter, and my cinnamon sugar that I make. Um, and then lunch is usually my marsala that's been left out, with bow tie pasta and tons of mushrooms and carrots in it. Or I'll make, people know it as like beef tips and noodles, but instead of beef tips, it's mushrooms and French cut green beans and egg noodles with mushroom gravy. Because I keep stuff in the fridge so that I can just warm it up while I'm working. And then dinner, I'll make like the if I haven't like prepped for Caitlin and Joe with like the bolognese sauce or something, or the marsala, and put the chicken on the side for them to make mine. I'll make the chicken margarita chicken, and I'll have one dish that is mine with the chicken with the vegan mozzarella, and then I'll make the regular for them, and then Caitlin will eat a piece of each.
Okay, well that's good. At least she's getting
Yeah.
to know those tastes, and you're not forcing her, which is going to lead her to be able to make a choice that she'll likely stick with because she's thinking, okay, this tastes good, and mom looks great and is getting healthy, and I want to be healthy. Like the example you're setting is better than anything that you could do to like force her to do anything. And
And then our Japanese restaurant that we love, she's obsessed with their salad dressing. So they sell it by the pint. So she'll buy a pint of the dressing and just make a
I used to
salad.
do that without that.
And then they also do vegetable vegan dumplings where it's in a spinach wrap, and then it's just cabbage and carrots and everything in it. So like
Wow.
that's what I'll order, or I'll order the hibachi vegetables and fried rice.
I
So
bet that's good.
yeah. So I figured out ways to eat out so that I can get out in public and have lunches with girlfriends and stuff.
Yep.
For when I don't feel like cooking. But I do a lot of meal prep. So Sundays and Wednesdays, because Wednesday is Caitlin's day off, and Sunday is her other day off. She is my sous chef. So she's in there, we have the chopper that you do with the hand. We have the food processor.
Go to the chopper.
We have the emulsifier, the hand blender to blend out the carrots in the bolognese sauce. Because I throw like a whole pound of carrots in there. Well, a whole package of carrots, because actually the carrots help with the acidity. So if you have acid reflux and you're afraid of tomato sauce because it upsets you, put a carrot in your sauce.
wow,
You can
Okay, nice
leave
tip.
it whole and take it out later like a bay leaf, but just the carrot in there gets rid of that acid.
oh
Just
Wow,
like if
who
you
knew?
over salt something, put a potato in it.
Yeah.
The potato pulls the salt out. That's why I'm not a baker, because bakers have to be so precise. I'm like a little like science. Caitlin calls me cooking in the kitchen science experiments, because it's like, this is what we have. What can we make?
Right.
yes.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. That's interesting to know about the salt thing. I'm gonna try to pick up on that.
Well, Joe hates that I don't salt while I cook, because my level of salt might not be someone else's level of salt. So I make you like I put in a pinch to help with the season, like bring out seasoning, but like I don't salt to taste while I'm cooking. That's what the table salt's for.
Right.
I just wanted to say too, Dawn has like really lowered her salt intake. So we used to be way different on what we thought was salty and not. And now, we did the same thing. If I would make something, I wouldn't put the salt in it at all. So we could both make it, or at least a
Yeah.
little bit. And she does that for me more on the other way. When she was making the spaghetti, I remember she would like put some spices and make it good, but leave some like the garlic sometimes. Now I like garlic though. I used to
Oh,
not get
if you
down.
don't like garlic, you're not going to eat anything I make. Everything's got garlic in it.
Garlic.
Um,
I ordered some today, actually.
welcome,
I've got
Ray.
garlic powder, garlic salt, minced garlic.
Oh,
We
for 50 Shades of Garlic.
yeah. And then my favorite snacks, like I said, the Colby Jack cheese with the pineapple. That's my good girl healthy snack. Then my two guilty pleasures are the Smart Pop white cheddar popcorn. Been told my whole life can't have popcorn. So not true.
Right.
I
And
love that particular popcorn.
and then what is it? Kite Hill,
Sour
which
cream.
is my brand that of butter and stuff that I like. Their French onion dip. I discovered it at Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been eating some wavy Lay's potato chips with some of my vegan French onion dip.
Wow.
Great. And I didn't even realize Kite Hill, like they don't serve that a lot around here, but that's good to know that Kite Hill actually makes all those different kinds of things.
They have a spinach and artichoke dip.
Wow.
They've got like a garlic and herb, that garlic and herb cheese spread that like what
Yeah.
was that brand? My mom used to eat it all the time. A Dole or a Deli or whatever it is.
Hmm.
Um they have that, the garlic and herb cheese spread. They've got the French onion dip. They've got a barbecue
Wow.
dip. They've got like a queso.
And
Our
they're
Whole Foods has
really
like an entire section. It's not back in the dairy. It's up front where they keep all of like the hummus.
hmm.
It's in there with the hummuses,
Like
the
over by the
dips.
mushrooms, is that where they keep it in? Because I remember we were getting some plant-based products right up at the front of the store when I was going in Food Lion a lot, and Acme too. They would put them in a different place, not by the actual dairy. Like Dia Cheese, I think it is, and BioLife is not by the cheese, but the other one is. Beyond Meat is by the meat, but other meats can be in a different area. So if you don't see it at your store and you're looking for something, then definitely, you know.
See, our grocery stores have gotten better, like Walmart, Publix. The non-dairy version is next to the dairy version. The
Mhm.
non-meat version is next to the meat version. So like the Beyond sausage and hot dogs and all of that is right next to the hot dog
Yeah.
section. But I'm talking Whole Foods specifically because that's where I find all of the Kite Hill stuff. When you're
Right.
going towards the checkout line from the bakery, they have a big refrigerator case, open like they would have for like drinks, like the kombucha. And that's where they have all the
Right, right,
different
right, right.
hummuses and dips. That's where they keep all of the queso, the barbecue dip, the spinach and artichoke, the French onion.
Right.
So it's not. They keep all the hummuses and stuff like the dips like together. I
Okay.
haven't found the Kite Hills French onion dip anywhere else other than Whole Foods, but I will keep my eye out.
Definitely.
Yeah, let us know.
Because Dawn's big on the onions, so if it's a cheat day, I guarantee that's gonna make it in here.
Onions and garlic, I love it.
Mary
Well,
said
you
hi.
can.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
JJ, do you buy a vegan sour cream, don't you?
Yes, we used to get from baked potatoes when I was eating it. It was called Oh my gosh, now I've forgotten because it's been a minute since Forrester. And I remember telling you about that, and you're like, I like Kite Hill, and most people do. I don't know why. What was up with my taste, but I didn't prefer the Kite Hill. I like that one. But Kite Hill has like a lot of good stuff. So many people recommend that whenever I'm on the vegan groups and people are
Yeah.
like, "What can I use for cream cheese and BioLife?" I don't know. Do you like cream cheese?
Yes, I do.
They have
I'm a New Yorker.
you
Cream
find
cheese on a bagel. BioLife is the one that has the cream cheese. Kite Hill does not. And like I like BioLife's cheese better than Daya.
yeah. I think we began to like it. And then, have you tried the field roast? The Chow CHAO. Have you ever? A lot of people say that melts better than the other cheeses for cooking and things.
I'm gonna try that to make grilled cheese because it's supposed to melt better. Because Caitlin's
Yeah.
been begging me for grilled cheese sandwiches, so I'm gonna get a package of that and try it and see if it makes a decent grilled cheese
Let
sandwich.
me know how that comes out because when I like to cheat and eat cooked food, grilled cheese is one of my favorites, and I haven't found a cheese that I can find and melt on a grilled cheese sandwich.
Yeah. But if you get the vegan sour cream, you can just get the Lipton onions French onion soup mix and make your own onion dip. If you
Interesting.
can't find the Kite Hill pre-made onion dip.
Right. Because I was thinking if you were looking to make, like, if you got the some of the mixes they give you and you need to add milk or, cheese or egg, you can always use these substitute products to make your recipe plant-based, like coleslaw, the vegan Hellman's mayo.
Yeah.
Made a
Right.
few times. I wanted to let you know that you're even helping. I spoke to somebody today on Facebook, two people actually, in the last like 2 days when I was putting out the link that have Crohn's, and Marquita says, great to hear. So great to be here and glad to hear this information. One of my best friends had Crohn disease and she passed in her 30s. I remember we worked for a Japanese restaurant and she loved eating steak. The meat used to cause her so much pain. We didn't know the link between meat and poor health then. Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear about your.
Well, and that's something I recently learned, Marquita. I know that you do vegan empowerment coaching. I have learned that in research, because I'm going to see my GI soon, for a test, that I think I am missing the enzyme to digest meat protein. And when I researched this, it said missing that enzyme can mimic Crohn's disease. And when doctors are taught, we all heard this on Grey's Anatomy, if we all watch Grey's Anatomy, when you hear hoofbeats, think horses, not zebras. So the first thing they're going to diagnose you with is Crohn's, because not being, missing a meat protein enzyme is not common, but the symptoms mimic Crohn's. So like that's how I've noticed. That's why I want to bring this up to my GI, is when I eat meat, that is the only time I have what I would consider a Crohn's flare up.
And at the risk of sounding like I'm always preaching to people, like literally when I research like our digestive system, and I know you're big into researching too, I can see why this causes, especially sometimes more in certain people. Some people may not have the same effects, but not just Crohn's, but so many things that we think are other things actually stem from us not being able to really completely the proper acid in our body to digest meat and the proteins and things in dairy. Like I really truly believe that I'm on this holistic health and wellness page, and most of the things that people say they have and are asking for advice, I've seen other people, and now someone like you that says that even their Crohn's symptoms, that they may have reversed it with plant-based diet. So there's definitely something to getting those, out of our diet. And I know that was good. You already eliminated dairy, so that really is great that you had the commitment to stick to it, 99% of the time, and eat this to help your body heal, and the way that you're turning the family onto it too.
Well, it's just, when I started noticing a difference in the way I felt, it made me, and like I said, every once in a while you crave something. Like JJ was saying, every once in a while she craves a grilled cheese sandwich.
Hmm.
When I would have like that's just now, it's like touching a stove for the first time and you feel it's hot, you never touch the stove again. It's like, I know what chicken has done, I know what shrimp has done, like they're a no-go. Like, so a lot of the fake meats, because like in my head I know what chicken did to me, I don't even want to try most of the fake chicken. So it's
Right.
just recent that I did the daring and liked it. But I'm
Yeah.
also not a big breaded chicken person.
Hmm.
So I like grilled chicken. Um, but we're, trying things out, like I said, I make both ways and
Did
let
you ever
them
try
try
that
it.
chicken
And if they
patty?
don't like it, I don't force it. But the bolognese sauce, it's half and half for Caitlin and Joe. Actually, it's more three quarters and a quarter now, but don't tell nobody. I'm working my way to fully, I just keep adding more wine and seasoning.
Did you ever try that ultimate chicken patty from Gardein?
No, because like I said, I'm not a huge breaded chicken person.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Like
I gotcha.
I never understood the point of getting like a chicken sandwich from like Burger King or something. It's like, first of all, it's between two slices of bread, plus the chicken is breaded. I'd rather just have a chicken finger.
Hmm.
Like it's the like those
Right.
breaded chicken patties, just like, I don't know. And it reminds me of high school, those chicken patty sandwiches that they used to try to feed us.
Yeah, right.
It's like, is it really chicken? Like Subway, is it really
Right.
tuna?
Mhm. That's right.
Wow.
Oh, I
I
had
would
like,
love to find out that it's been vegan tuna this whole time.
That would be wild. Like, remember they used to always talk about McDonald's hamburgers, they were soy or they weren't real? Well, that's a good thing then.
right. Except when they used to
Well,
say,
and
"Where's
Burger King has the Impossible Whopper. Um, and
I'm
then
not really an impossible.
I got super excited because we got a Del Taco in Bradenton. And I know Del Taco is from the West Coast. And I follow a YouTuber who's a vegetarian, and she goes to Del Taco with her husband all the time because they have Beyond. So I'm like, let's try Del
Ah,
Taco because they have, and Del Taco's not just tacos. They have tacos, they have hamburgers and stuff. So they would have a Beyond Burger, they would have Beyond Meat and the taco meat. I'm like, let's, do you know ours is the
are they all
only,
vegan?
no, they're not vegan, it's vegetarian. So I was going to have them leave the cheese
Yeah.
off and just add cheese at home.
Yeah.
Our Del Taco is the only Del Taco in the entire company that does not carry the Beyond Meat because they didn't
oh no,
think that it would work in our market.
oh that's
Oh
terrible.
man, that
Oh
sucks.
man, that's like we used to have the.
It's like, what are you talking about? That's like the newest craze. Everybody is going plant-based. So how stupid is that?
And
I don't care where you are.
Joe's coworker lives next door to the corporate rep for Del Taco who's building all of the new Del Tacos. And so we got like, Del Taco merch and stuff. And I'm like, you need to tell him he needs to bring the Beyond Meat in. This is ridiculous.
Right, that's right. Get
Yeah,
it done.
yeah. Get them, Ro.
Get them. I was gonna say too. What did did you just stop taking the medications, or did your doctor were they involved in it? And what did they say to you. 'Cause
Okay.
you know, a lot of doctors, as soon as like a lot of people, if they're not plant based or holistic, they begin to say like, "Well, we have to check for other nutrients. Are you sure you're getting this, 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 and this?"
Okay. Well, my doctor's a DO. So we'll start with that. Doctor of osteopathy. So they believe in trying alternatives before medications.
Okay.
So they're very big on, letting you try and change your diet before they start breaking out like the diabetes medications. So when my cholesterol, it's not that my cholesterol
That's
was
good.
bad. My good cholesterol was good. No, my bad cholesterol was good. My overall cholesterol was good, but my good cholesterol just wasn't high enough for him. So he's, and I took one look at him and I said, "You're going to tell me to eat Cheerios and oatmeal. I'm allergic to oats. Just give me the Lipitor." And that was, before this whole adventure. So
Wow.
I have had my 6-month blood work. Since I went off of medications, I stayed on the Lipitor. And I stayed on the vitamin D and I stayed on the iron. But as I was feeling better, I went off the promethazine, which is a nausea medication. Because I took a triad of medications, an anti-inflammatory, the nausea medication, and the Prilosec at 40 milligrams when standard dose is 20. And that was my Crohn's triad. It was that or Humira. And I was not doing the injections. So I went off of that on my own because I noticed that I wasn't having the heartburn and the nausea and all of that. When I went in for my blood work, all of my levels, my vitamin D was too high, my iron was too high, and my cholesterol was perfect. And my weight had dropped so much from my last appointment. He's like,
right.
What are you doing? I said, I went plant-based. And he went,
wow.
Okay, I'm taking you off all of this. Keep going.
Nice.
Then,
nice.
So then I take Caitlin in for her appointment. And like I said, she's been trying things with me. She's been eating the salad. She's been doing everything. She dropped 30 pounds from her last check-in.
That is excellent.
That is awesome.
Joe has lost, in the last couple of months, about 28 pounds. So,
wow.
Nice.
And I mean, just by losing weight, we know that certain health conditions can improve, like, and probably likely the reduction in their meat intake. Unlike, even that's why I'm like, if people can't go all the way and jump in, start trying this stuff, because in the process you're still going to be reaping some of the benefits, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to get a little TMI-ish. Okay. So trigger warning for anybody. Okay. So 2 things. 1, for the first time in my life, I know what poop is supposed to look like.
I know. We talk about it all the time, and they're probably tired of hearing the TMI, don't we, Dawn?
Yeah, right.
Second one, since Caitlin has gone half and half at least, her because the AC in her vet clinic works like crap, and she's running around, so she usually gets in the car, and I'm like, "Ooh, wee child." Her BO is like gone. And I think you said something about that, JJ, recently, that you say you smell better.
Yes. Where I said it, but I definitely did.
Well, she thinks it's because I changed deodorants, but it's the same brand. It's, it's the Secret Clinical Strength. It's just, her diet changed.
We got some TMI too. We were joking about the fact that our shit doesn't stink as much, right? Or it smells like food.
It sounds like a cliche, like we're being conceited, but we were actually being serious. And I'm like, okay, we don't want to say that in front of the wrong people.
It's like mine smelled like garlic this morning. It's like it smells like food or something. It doesn't smell like shit, Mine
smells like vegetables.
Yeah.
The worst is after Brussels sprouts. I will warn you, because Brussels sprouts and broccoli.
They stink by themselves anyway.
Yeah, but I eat tons of
What is that
carrots,
smell?
green beans, and mushrooms are my top 3 go-tos. And zucchini and yellow squash.
Wow.
But yeah, so she doesn't get the meat sweats, as I call them.
Right. That's what I was saying too. Your body temperature actually lowers a little bit when you're eating less, just because of, I guess, the less saturated fat and other issues that turn up. Like it's these bonus things, right, Don? Like we were talking
No more night sweats.
Oh, the night sweats. Yes. Tell us about that.
Yes, I remember telling you talking about that before.
Oh my God. Yes, my night sweats used to be killer, and we didn't know if it was the depot shot, if it was my sugar because I'm hypoglycemic instead of diabetic, or if it was the Crohn's. Well, I eat a couple of handfuls of popcorn before bed, just to regulate my sugar. That's what that white cheddar popcorn. Um, but I don't turn the AC down anymore to like 68 degrees. It stays on 73. I've got the dogs in the bed with me and everything, and I wake up perfectly fine. Because I used to wake up smelling like I had been at the gym all night and going, where are the results? And going into perimenopause, because we're in that age group. I have noticed though that I'm not necessarily getting hot flashes, but if I'm up doing stuff, I will get the sweats, which has never happened before.
Yeah.
You might be detoxing.
I'm hoping.
Also said you're detoxing.
And also like water, a lot of extra water intake might make us sweat. Something to that effect we were reading.
Oh, yeah.
Other factors like sodium things.
Let me see if I can turn my camera on so you can see me for just a second. But all right, can you see me?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Let me turn the light on so you can actually see me.
Row in the dark.
All right. So, skinny face.
Yeah, definitely. You look great.
Double chin, gone.
Excellent.
But
about me with the chin thing, I'd have to take 10.
Oh wow, you look fantastic.
Doesn't she? I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Me and my big gulp. That's my water.
I love it.
But yeah, I wish the camera would get closer or we could zoom in. That's why I have to do a TikTok. But here. See if we can get my eyes. Look, no lines.
Your skin looks good.
My xanthelasma little thing that I used to have under my eye is almost gone.
That's a skin condition?
Yep, it's from high lipids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, across the forehead, and then a distance shot.
Nice.
Well,
there. See before and after that you post, and we'll all make sure everybody links up to Rose Thoughts channels and follows her journey. Especially if you want some cooking and shopping.
You look good. You look really good.
Excellent. I mean, it's like you have glow.
I do. Yeah. And I have a tan for the first time in like forever. And it's not like I'm trying to tan.
Whatever it is.
I'm just, living it up, enjoying my plant-based life. I like I said to Jen and JJ, I look at it like religion and politics. I'm going to tell you how it affected me, but I'm not going to push it on you. Now, Joe, that's a different story because we got to get his A1C down.
Right.
We had gotten it down. Let's get personal. We had gotten it down to a 6.2. Then he and I hit a rough patch, and I stopped cooking for him for a couple of months, and told him, what groceries do you want me to order for you to be able to cook your own food? And you're on your own. He wanted Hot Pockets and DiGiorno pizza and, lunch meat and whatnot. So that's what I ordered him, and he was on his own. And his last A1C 3 weeks ago was a 7.2. It had gone up a whole point.
I bet he doesn't feel as good either, and he may not admit it, but
no, he's not feeling as well. And but now he's home. Things are better.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
And I am cooking again and keeping him on the straight and narrow. And that's how he's lost the 28 pounds so far. So
that's awesome.
I think I had sent Dawn a message about a month or so ago, maybe around Mother's Day, that Joe was pulling a Pedro on me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like he just completely flipped one day and was like a different person. But everything's back to normal and we are good.
Maybe he was going through something.
Okay.
We said midlife crisis.
Yep.
I didn't see that. I would have responded to that. I wasn't. Was it on Instagram?
Yeah, I think it was in the Instagram instant messages.
Dude, I have been under such an ADT rock. I'm so committed and addicted to this trading group. It's like all I do all day is sit on the Zoom call with these people and trade. And then when we're done, we're all talking afterwards. And also first thing in the morning when I'm working out, I'm on the call with. I mean, it's like a cult, basically.
Whether it's your
like a trading cult.
They text me.
Yes, but people think us plant-based vegans are, angry vegan feminist cult leaders.
I know, and it's a bad rep, and it's BS. But what are you gonna do?
For me, I just needed someone to point me in the direction of options that I didn't know were out there, and that's what Jen did for me. And then I've just taken it and run with it, and I need a whole.
Like you to water, you had to drink it. So I'm proud of both of you. I'm proud of you for leading her there, and I'm proud of you for actually drinking the Kool-Aid.
And thank you, Dawn, for introducing me to her. Otherwise,
not a problem.
We would have never made this connection.
Like, you need to talk to Jen because she would talk about that stuff, and I'm like, you know what? Come to Meatless Monday, and she said, you know what I'm going to do? She actually did it. And Buddha, same thing. Buddha said, I'm going to go over there and start watching those. And she started eating a lot more fruit and stuff like that. So I'm proud of both of you. Amazing.
Well, Buddha, you need any recipes, you know where to find me. I will walk you through it step by step. Caitlin and I really need to film like me cooking where you can like stop and pause it. Mm-hmm. I follow this one TikToker. Oh my God, her name just went out of my head, but she's like the angry housewife or something like that. And she's like, cut up the food like you want to cut up your husband, the meat like you want to cut up your husband. None of it is anything we would be able to eat because it's all, but she's like, got this giant jar of minced garlic, and she's like, pour that garlic in, keep those vampires away. And I mean, she's just, it's like the angry housewife or something. She's a star. If I find her next video, I will forward it to you so that you can follow her. But it's like I said, none of the recipes we would follow, but it's like she gives the list of all of the ingredients, and then, you can make the dish. It's a lot of crock pot stuff. Oh, Joe saying hi.
Hey, Joe.
How you doing?
Good. All right. Doing well.
You guys are looking
What's
great.
up, dude?
Hey, what's up?
Cutest couple on Facebook and TikTok right here.
So I'll have to do that where I, post the ingredient list and then actually cook it so everyone can stop and like follow along.
Okay, that'll be great. That will really be
good. That sounds good.
Anytime you do video like that, send it over to the Veganology page, because we have a lot of beginners and a lot of people who are on different kind of journey. Some people love cooking but probably don't know how to make plant-based things, and your journey is so real. That's one of the things like Dawn and I both love about you is you're not pretending like it wasn't difficult. You're telling people how you did it, how you feel better, and and sometimes things don't go exactly perfect, but you didn't give up on it, and you kept going until you even impressed the doctors and took yourself out of that system of medication with side effects, which is, and the best part is you feel good. I remember you saying that.
Yeah. Now I just got to get off the meds from this car accident. Whew.
I'm sorry
You'll
that
get that.
happened. Jeez, or whiz. I mean, just when you're on a good, healthy trajectory.
Because you've been on plant-based, your body will heal quicker too. So you'll get off.
And I was on my way to officiate a wedding for a woman who was 39 weeks pregnant. I'm like, if I call them and tell them I'm going to be meeting them at labor and delivery.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow, you officiate weddings too. That's excellent.
Yeah, I'm a
That's
notary in the
awesome.
state of Florida, so I can officiate. Plus, I'm an ordained minister from one of those online companies because couldn't find my notary stamp and my girlfriend was getting married. So I had ordered a stamp, but in case it didn't come, I got ordained. And what's fun, when my mom was in the hospital, a lot of times the only space at night that was available to park in was the clergy parking. And I had a little clergy thing that I could hang in, like a handicap thing, so I could park in the clergy parking.
Wow. She's clergy.
I'm clergy. I'm a notary. I'm a researcher. I'm a pseudo chef.
Anytime less than, I don't know what pseudo. Me and my vocabulary, but I know you. It sounds like you're a real chef.
No, I'm a house cook. I'm not going on Food Network and doing any of these competitions anytime soon.
You cook houses? I'm sorry.
No, but my mother used to. My mother used to make houses out of chocolate at Christmas.
There we go.
Like gingerbread houses completely out of chocolate. And she'd do powdered sugar for the snow. And then like the spearmint leaves would be the little Christmas trees. And she'd sit there with the chocolate and a toothpick and put nonpareil sprinkles on it to make it look like lights. I mean, she got these little sugar wreaths to put on the front door. I mean, she got into it.
Oh, I bet.
M&Ms to make the walkway. Yeah.
Oh wow,
that is excellent. Now we see where you got your skills from. Your beautiful mom there.
My grandmom used to bake. She didn't go do all that, but she would definitely bake a lot.
And then
with a sweet.
See, my mom used to laugh. Rachel Ray and her 30-minute meals. My mom goes, 30 minutes. I can do it in 15. And that's that's how she cooked. If it couldn't be done in 15 minutes between cheerleading and dance and everything we had going on, we weren't eating that night.
Yes.
Wow. Well, it has been amazing, Ro. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me. I actually had a quick question about tomorrow's programming.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I know we're doing Other Way, but are we also doing Before the 90 Days? And you saw the new one that's coming, The Last Resort.
Yeah.
It's got Big Ed and Liz.
Yeah.
And Angela and Michael.
Yeah, we saw that. I didn't see Angela and Michael on there, but yeah, I saw Big Ed and Liz.
Angela and Michael are on there.
Someone else too, right? I thought there was 3 people that I saw, but maybe it was just I didn't see Angela and Michael. I did see Ed and Liz. That's what kind of was like in on.
They're having to create franchises for these people.
Well, now
Ed's been on everything.
Do you have Discovery Plus, or are you still watching it straight on? Okay. Did you see 90 Day UK?
No, I saw that's back on. I was telling you, Jen.
Really? Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You told me yesterday. You just told me about that. That people are saying it's good too, right? Or the lady that reviewed it.
Yeah, I haven't. I just saw that there's new episodes. I was catching up on Before the 90 Day because I've been doing the Other Way with keeping up with you guys. But oh my God.
I'm going to link that in the comments here too, and in the description, Dawn's channel, if you want to know what we're talking about. These ladies are like the gurus of reality TV. I'm telling you, you could quiz Dawn here.
Yes, Buddha. It's Jovi and Yara is the third couple.
That's who it was. That's who it was. That's who I saw. That makes complete sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she does a
Cool.
great job. Check out her channel and join us tomorrow. What is it, Dawn? Going to be 8 or 7:30 or 8:30? 8. Okay, 8 o'clock tomorrow.
Okay.
Reacts.
And we can get into Brandon and Mary. Mary makes me want to choke her. Anyway,
that's a tough one right there. They are really. I thought
that is
we were
the epitome
doing
of toxicity.
I thought
okay, that couple is so toxic. It's not, and it's Mary who's mostly the toxic one. I feel sorry for Brandon.
Well, I'm having issues with the before the 90 days people. The Violet, still, and Tiffany and Misha and Nicole won't introduce to the family, and then the poor deaf guy, like the family's like, we don't know what to do with this guy. It's like, hello, there's an interpreter, just talk. And he's freaking, like, he's like, okay, now I understand why she needed the money. Look at this place. He's like, I got a shower outside. I'm sleeping on a floor. Like, they're a hot mess.
And I didn't like the ambush that Riley pulled on Violet either with the buddy.
I did.
I didn't like that.
I did.
Like that.
I just thought it was
we'll talk about it. I didn't like that. I'm of two schools of thought. I know she kind of was lagging in the beginning, but she's trying. You know what I mean? This guy. But I don't want to take it off of the vegan thing. We'll definitely talk
But
about
the one in
tomorrow.
Romania, she has not finished grieving, and she needs to go home.
Yep. I agree. I totally agree.
Her and Riley, I think, both need to just go home for real and move on. Definitely, I'm with you on that. Hey, just so we can recap before we wrap up here, and then we'll have Dawn go ahead and see if she has anything else too. But can you just
no, I'm good.
So I can create a short on this possibly? Can we just recap everything that you like the medications you got off of, or the conditions that have changed for you?
Okay, so my original diagnoses were gastritis, esophagitis, hiatal hernia, celiac, Crohn's disease, and a history of colon cancer, as well as chronic anemia and vitamin D deficiency. And my cholesterol was, borderline, so they had put me on medication. I am now off of all of my stomach medication. I am off the cholesterol medication, and I had to stop taking the vitamin D and the iron supplements because they were too high. So everybody was worried about me not having the vitamins and the protein that I needed in the family, from not eating meat. Well, let me tell you, mushrooms have a lot of vitamin D in them, and I did not realize that. So
that was the perfect short right there.
That is
even
perfect.
If it just ended right there at the vitamin D thing.
Got rid of all of that. I mean, that's amazing. That's
and
yeah.
And of course, the added bonus, the energy and the weight loss.
Mm-hmm. And the
good side effects.
Too.
Yes.
Very good side effects.
Well,
no, I don't have any more questions, but that's amazing, dude. I'm so proud of you, Ro. I really am. And more than that, I'm happy for you because I don't like friends suffering. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Oh, I appreciate it so much.
Feeling good.
Yeah.
You deserve to be feeling good. You do so much,
Well,
You're maintaining a family over there, so yeah, you need to be healthy.
Yeah, and it was great catching up with you, ladies. I feel like I've been here and there, and work's been crazy this summer so far.
Yeah.
Like I said, I had to, be late because I was trying to get that stupid document filed.
Yeah.
But
it's good having you back in the mix, baby girl. We missed you.
Yeah, I'm back in the mix. I'll be back on TikTok. because things are, picking up. Like I said, I have to do it before and after, and start posting some of my recipes, and when the grocery stores are having their sales, so people know
Yes.
when to get the stuff. So
we'll definitely have to coordinate and have you come on and even give another update when you have some free time, or when you feel like you want to share something else, or one of the recipes or a discovery. Definitely, where we are every week. So I appreciate you taking your time to come on and to share this with everyone, because you just never know who's going to be watching, that you could just change their life. And I hope we do that with this video.
That's
same. Awesome. I took a chance and just said, hey, I'm going to try this. And here we are almost a year later, and it was the best decision I made. So thank you, ladies, because without you, never would have happened.
Oh, thank you. And without you, it never would have happened, because you took it and you made it happen. So we're very proud of you and grateful for you sharing your story, and just
definitely.
I'm just impressed with everything you did. So I can't wait to talk more and watch your journey on TikTok.
Absolutely. And I'll have to get better about Instagram, because I think you can upload your TikToks to Instagram.
You can.
So like crossover.
When I was doing TikTok a little bit more heavily, I was doing that a lot. I was just going on ahead, and it's saying, do you want to add this to Instagram? And it'll just go ahead and put it on there for you.
Because what I was doing was posting to TikTok and then posting it to my YouTube. So now I got to add it to Instagram too.
Yeah.
It gets a lot to do, all of them. Sometimes it'd be much easier, I feel like, and they're all in different formats and things. So it definitely, Marikita said, way to go. I want to thank our moderator, Buddha, for always being here and her constant support.
Best moderator on YouTube.
Angela.
Absolutely.
Amen.
I second.
Yes, definitely.
I'm going to get you a t-shirt that says that, Buddha.
Thank you for joining. And Marikita Solis, she is actually next week's guest. And
hey, Marikita.
Nail out. She's going to come and tell us what is a vegan empowerment coach and why we need one. And I know there's a lot involved when you make this change, which Ro probably can attest to now. And it definitely creates a lot of things that go on in our life, and sometimes we want to know how to tell others and how to help other people too. So it's a really good thing that she does. And thank you, Dawn, again, for being the producer of this, that puts the whole stream together, gets us the link and skills.
You're welcome, sweetie.
Else? I am starving from hearing her talk about all this food.
I know. Let's go eat something. Something with onions. I gotta go have some onions and garlic now.
Well, you ladies have a great night. Thank you, everybody. And I will see you tomorrow for Tuesday Takeover.
All right.
Sounds good.
All right.
Love
good night.
Guys.
Thanks, everyone. If we can become a plant-based nation, we could get off all our medication. We want to keep doing things like we were, donating to organizations claiming to fight for a cure. But the cure is already in front of our eyes, and it's time for us to wake up and realize. We may not want to believe we have control. It's easier for most of us to metaphorically live in a hole. So many stories of how being plant-based has reversed disease. It's funny that we can't stop eating meat with ease. We want to continue to look for the answer, yet people have reversed even cancer. I think finally as a nation, it's time to give people the truthful information. Your hard-earned money is what you pay to take your medicine day after day. Sadly, there's a lot of money being made in people staying sick. This has to finally make something click. We have to have this revelation that a cure means not selling medication. There's so many myths and misconceptions, but it's eye-opening once you make the connections. That meat and dairy are causing insulin resistance. It's not sugar and carbs causing diabetes, for instance. Scientifically, our bodies are not set up like carnivores. We model those who eat plants. If you can heal, why not give it a chance? You follow your car's owner's manual for what gas it takes, yet for our bodies without care, we feed it steaks. That's like giving an unleaded car diesel to drink. Our bodies will reject it, don't you think? I'm not here to tell you what to do, but to be a voice, that when it comes to your health, you have the choice. With just a few adjustments to your diet, I can help if you just want to try it. I've found testimonials that people have reversed every ailment and disease by simply eliminating meat, eggs, milk, and cheese. There's a tasty substitute for all the things you already eat. You can get all your nutrients without eating meat. Save the animals, the environment, and yourself just by making a few different selections off the grocery store shelf. It's never too late. I've seen it work at all age ranges. It's my passion, and I can't wait to hear about your positive health changes. It's time for the world to wake up and heal, and you can start with your very next meal.